How do you pronounce this word in English? Photograph. How about this one? Photography. And this one? Photographic. As you can see, every word in English has a syllable that is stressed. In other words, one sound of the word is said with a stronger force than the other syllables or sounds. If you want to have clear pronunciation in English, you need to focus on word stress. Why? Well, you need to focus on word stress because it can change the meaning of a word, and it can also make your speech hard to understand. For example, imagine if I said manager instead of manager. People would have absolutely no idea what I was talking about. So if you want to be better understood in English, watch this video because I'm going to teach you 7 rules that will help you to master word stress in English. First things first, what is a syllable? Well, a syllable is a unit of sound in a word that usually contains a vowel sound. For example, the word fish just has one syllable, fish, whereas the word rabbit has 2 syllables, rab-it, rabbit. Notice how I say it rabbit, not rabbit. It's important to remember that in English there are 3 types of stress. The first one is called primary stress or main stress. Basically, for this one, these syllables are said the loudest or with the strongest emphasis. We also have secondary stress. These syllables aren't necessarily unstressed, but they aren't said as loudly or as strongly as primary stress. Take this word for example. It has 5 syllables. Pronunciation. The primary stress is on the 4th syllable, a, and the secondary stress is on the 2nd syllable, nun, pronunciation. And finally, we have unstressed or weak syllables. The vowel sounds in these syllables are often changed to the schwa sound, For example, banana. With this one, you can see that the first syllable and the last syllable use the schwa sound, banana, banana. Now you might be wondering, how do I know which syllable is stressed in a word? Well, luckily there are some rules. As always with English, there are some exceptions to these rules. However, these rules will help you to pronounce most words correctly. Rule number 1, look at these words. Monkey, table, distance, teacher. What do all these words have in common? Yep, they are 2-syllable nouns. And the main stress is on the first syllable. So we don't say monkey. We put stress on the first syllable and the second one is unstressed. Monkey, monkey. Now check out these words. Boring, silent, happy, stupid. So what do you notice this time? How are they all similar to each other? They are all adjectives. Words that describe or modify a noun. And just like the previous rule, the stress or the emphasis is on the first syllable. So if an adjective has 2 syllables, you put the stress on the first syllable. Happy, happy. Just before we get started on the next rule, I need to tell you about Live XP. Live XP is a platform where you can find the best English language tutors for private one-on-one classes. I highly recommend this platform if you want to speak with native speakers, master your conversational skills, enhance your pronunciation, or even polish your accent. You can download it on your phone or you can use it on your computer. The main reason I love this platform is because you can filter the tutors by the country that they're from. So you can look for an English teacher from the UK, the USA, Australia, Canada, and so on. Also, you can select a tutor that can help you with specific goals that you have. This will save you time and it will allow you to enjoy the classes more. And if you are worried that you might be too busy, don't worry. You can select the schedule that suits you best so you never miss a class. Here's a clip of me enjoying my Portuguese class. It was extremely fun to have classes with this tutor because we share similar interests, especially when it comes to music. So it hardly felt like I was studying at all. On top of that, he is able to make some notes during the class on the platform that I can review later in my free time. You can use this QR code or click the link in the description below to get your first trial class for only 99 cents. When you're ready to subscribe to the platform, make sure to use my code InstantEnglish30 to get 30% off your membership. Now let's get back to the word stress rules. Rule number 3. Listen carefully to how I say these words. Begin, survive, collect, attend, prevent. These are all verbs with 2 syllables, action words, and they tend to have the stress on the second syllable. It's essential that you get this right because if you say it differently, it can change the meaning of the word. For example, if you say this word, record, if you put the stress on the first syllable, you turn it into a noun, and you could be referring to the flat plastic disc that plays music. However, if you move the stress to the second syllable and you say record, you change it to a verb and you're referring to the way that people use electronic machines to store music. For example, when will Adele record a new album? I'm a massive fan, obviously. Here are some other examples. Conflict, conflict, contest, contest, suspect, suspect. Rule number 4. If a word ends in IC or ick, the stress is placed on the syllable before the ick ending, or in other words, the penultimate syllable. Check out these examples. Traffic, Pacific, alcoholic. Rule number 5. Words that end in shun, whether that's spelt with S or with T. Again, just like rule 4, these words have the stress on the penultimate syllable. For example, invasion, election. You could even have a longer word like classification. The word stress is still on the penultimate syllable. Rule number 6. For this one, we're focusing on words that end in CY, TY, PHY, SY, or GY. For these ones, the stress is on the antepenultimate syllable. So basically, not the last syllable, not the penultimate syllable, like rule 4 and 5, but the syllable after that. That's where we put the stress. I think it's best if we look at some examples. Democracy, embassy, obesity, photography, allergy. Rule number 7, words ending in AL. This will hopefully be a very easy rule for you because it's the same as rule 6 that we just had a look at. You put the main stress on the antepenultimate syllable. So we say personal, mechanical, mechanical, pharmaceutical, pharmaceutical. Okay, so that's everything for this video. I hope you learned some great rules that can help you to improve your pronunciation. And if you want to continue practicing your English, check out one of these videos. Go on, click this one. No, click this one. Click this one. Click, click. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. I'll see you next time.